Hello, everybody out there watching. I hope you're having a great day. It is a wonderful Tuesday afternoon here in Hamilton, Ontario. The sun is shining, the snow is melting. These are good things. Um, we are again in the middle of Who Needs a Superhero with Wonder Woman, the power of truth. Um, and we are in the section Truth as a Weapon for her. If you're watching this afterwards, just feel free to skip over this. We will have a drawing session of me going over my characters afterwards. So, anyways, here we go. Sure, Wonder Woman is good at deflecting bullets with a flick of her wrist, but in a story from Sensation Comics, number 28, as a criminal uses a more deadly weapon, invisible gas, attacked and stunned by a criminal's gas gun. Wonder Woman takes up. Wonder Woman wakes up bound and lying on a railroad track. The gas has left her confused and uncertain of her identity. She convinces herself she's tied up with her own unbreakable lasso, magic lasso, even though the train is the Amazon approaching. The Amazon ceases to struggle, her fate sealed by her belief that escape is impossible. Fortunately, Wonder Woman's mother is aware of her danger and contacts her telepathically. She reminds her daughter of her true identity and assures her that she is tied up with an ordinary rope. Realizing the truth of her situation, Wonder Woman easily breaks her bonds and halts the oncoming train. Markson was critical for too frequently trying. Marston was criticized for too frequently tying, chaining, and binding Wonder Woman. He even introduced the idea that if a man could wield Wonder Woman's bracelets, she would lose all her Amazon's powers. Repetitious, repetitious or not, the theme of being bound is a strong symbol of enslavement to falsehood. Lies bind us and make us helpless in the fact of such lies. Truth is the best weapon in our arsenal. Wonder Woman frees herself from the train tracks only after she sees the truth. Real life teaches us precisely the same lesson. Phoebe was an active member of her church, an above average college student, and a dutiful daughter. No one else knew that the young woman was also anorexic. She disguising her eating disorder with the pretense of already having eaten or been under the weather or practicing the typical awful dietary habits of college students. Phobia deceived herself as she maintained the illusion that keeping her weight down was healthy. Phobia's parents finally saw and confronted their daughter's illness. Forced to face the reality of her self destructive behavior, Phobia entered counseling, got involved in a group devoted to overcoming eating disorders. Along the way, she also began to confront at least one of the inner demons that originally led to her anorexia. When we talked about health, she told me the part of getting well as learning to accept herself. For the first time in my life, Phobia said, I'm figuring out who I really am, not who I pretend to be. Not who I pretend to be. Not what other people want me to be. I'm learning how to be the real me. It's not, if that's not good enough for everybody else, I'm sorry, it's just who I am. Truth is a valuable weapon in dealing with disorders like anorexia, or maybe, or maybe tool is a better word than weapon. Understanding ourselves and facing the truth of ourselves Sickness is almost always the first step in getting well, whether from anorexia, addiction, anger, fear, marital problems, cancer, heart disease, or nearly any other illness of the body. Spirit or family, you will know the truth, says Jesus, and the truth will set you free. Lies wrap us up in a web of captivity, each strand strengthening our imprisonment. Have you ever noticed that the lies we tell others tend to multiply? One lie leads to another and another. As we scramble to maintain our deceptions, we weave an increasingly complicated tapestry of lies. A man confessed to me that he was actually relieved when his wife found out he had been cheating on her. The lies were killing me, he said. The adultery itself was a kind of lie. And then I had to keep telling more lies to cover it up. My whole life has become a lie. Even getting caught was better than living like that. If the lies we tell ourselves are destructive, the lies we tell others are if the lies we tell others are destructive, the lies we tell ourselves are even worse. Whether it's Wonder Woman's deceiving herself that she had no way to escape the approaching train, or the college woman rehearsing the lie that her abnormal eating habits actually are healthy, the end result is bondage that destroys us. The truth is the only cure. Hello to all watching. That was the end of today's installment of Wonder Woman, The Power of Truth. Tomorrow, and that was Truth as a Weapon. Tomorrow, it's The Shape of Truth. Now we shall go on to the drawing portion of the show. Okay, so we got Arrow Star to the point where she is ready to be, well, almost shaded. I need to create the layers for the various shadings. So, say new layer, light. Let's go blue shading. Blue shading. Um, Red shading. Yellow shading. Black highlight. Lights. Because you can't really do shading to black. Uh, White shading. Purple. Purple. Shading. begin reading. And of course, ouch, reading. Hey, everybody who's out there watching, feel free to comment or whatever, ask questions. Jello Sexy Rick. I think you mean hello, Sexy Rick. How are you, Test Monkey? You know what? Let's invite a few people in before we get any further. Okay, so we're gonna stop sharing for a minute. Just doing, trying to live the dream. Okay, so let's see. Because I'm in Twitter sharing, putting out links. I'll be chat will be back up in a minute or two, so you can see, Mom. My mom likes seeing the chat on the screen, so she doesn't have to go on a computer to read it. I just, but what fun is being good? I guess we should still be good, whether it's fun or not. Okay, that is weird. I'll send it in the. Have you thought any more about your story? Well, I got the information from John and them. I haven't done much thinking on it since thing. After I'm done here, I gotta rewatch. I gotta do some cleanup, and then I gotta sit down and watch that stream with those guys so I can hear everything. Okay, it's not letting me send the link to some people. Okay, I gotta go over to Facebook for a sec. Have you? It's not let me send a thing to Tank for some reason. So let's see. Oh, you were correcting yourself. I do a silly thing like that. Okay. Sent it to everybody I want to send it to, so I will share my screen again and get on with the show. Cool. Glad you are a big horror fan. I guess I'm glad, anyways. Okay, so let's see. Hello, Ignition. I sent you a link. Uh, uh-huh. You're out in a boot. Cool. And that'll be a highlight. I forgot to put in a layer for highlights. Uh, oh, what, my super spider? Super Spider 2, that is. The red and yellow one. Okay, let's see. I don't think you're talking about Super Spider. Trying to think which one you're talking about. Teens. Okay. You know what we'll do? Just for you. As it comes up. Where is it? Hey, Eagle. Okay, nothing wants to respond at the moment. Okay. I am trying to color my character or shade coloring um Aerostar. But I'm also um what uh, what things. Okay, there we go. Am I on shade or not? I should make sure I'm on shade. Okay, now let's see what this. I'll try and do that a bit later when I get on with my coloring. So, how is everybody's day that has yet to answer that question yet here? Uh, I'm not sure. I've defined it before, but I can't exactly find her bio. So, flight is one of them for sure. Um, I think she. I'm not sure how to. Trying to remember what I put down. She do create some sort of aura or something. I think. I hate forgetting stuff like this. I gotta find all my information again. Either that or I gotta start making stuff up again. I gotta make sure I'm getting that 3 1/4 thing. I've ordered. I have a bunch of discs from an older disc with my characters on. They're 3 1/4. They may or may not have more older information. I had all this stuff printed up hard copy, but I lost it. Hey, Radid, how are you today? Oh, thank you. Hang on, Rich. Hopefully you've come to the right place. Yeah. Oh, a lot of yellow. We'll come back to the black for highlights. Do some light gray stuff here. Okay, I think that's what I'll need for that. Purple. So what let's ask that already. What is everybody up to? Well, besides their powers or history or whatever, anybody got any other questions? Anybody want to talk about anything else? You want to talk about horror? Would that be the horror of seeing your face or your name? I know I'm bad. Hello, Ray. I haven't got nobody's fan art yet. Where did you send it? There's no DMs to me, so I'm not putting dirt on her face. It's called shading, John. Giving some depth. Hey, JP.
Mail strike. Remember that?
Yeah. Here, let me stop sharing for a sec. Go to Twitter. I got some notifications here. Yeah, you put something right on my timeline or whatever you want to call it. Not a direct message. Me as Craven the Hunter and Todd as Murdoch. I will share. I will scare all the people by sharing this. There we go. Sexy Rick defeats Todd. Sexy Rick as Craven the Hunter and Todd as Modoc. I just want to know why is Craven the Hunter fighting Modoc? Yeah, that's what I looked like in my good old days when I wasn't, so big. He captured the essence of young Rick. No, this is not Microsoft Paint. Who do I look like? Booster? No, this is what's the name of it? Adobe Illustrator. Not to my knowledge. As far as I know, this is the everyday version. I hope you know my finger hurts trying to do that. Huh. Pixel Creator laugh out loud. Put that down. No, she's from Toronto. I know you think with that Lone Star, but her name is Arrow Star, so EROL. ERO. AERO. Smurfette. Smurf feet. No, just Smurf boots. She just wants to be anywhere that doesn't involve a life with her brother and making her life miserable. Okay. Yes, like the minivan. That's where I got the name Aerostar. She lived in. No, she does not live in low income housing. And howdy, Jess. Well, what would you suggest I use? Pixel? I'm thinking of getting, what's the name of it? Um, clip art, but probably because of the. I'll take all this stuff off. I've got Photoshop, but I like clip art just because of the vector system. So there is the pose I took Aerostar off of. Uh, so I'm going to slowly put everything back on.
Hey, Rick.
Hello. Hey, how are you? Hello.
Good. How are you doing?
Good. Just doing some color shading on some of my characters that I have in Illustrator, making them
What
look a little
character is
better.
that?
Her name is Aerostar.
Aerostar?
I
Okay.
had I had her whole profile written up. Hopefully, I still have it somewhere, but I can't find it at the moment. So I don't remember a lot about her at the moment.
And what are her powers?
That's one of the things I can't remember. It's why flight, I know for sure, but beyond flight, I think she has some energy type power, but I could be wrong.
Those are crazy looking glasses. Do they give
Yeah.
her powers?
Um, it's not. It's sort of a natural power. So
What?
how do I do? I can.
I'm
Pardon?
sorry. John Diller says I'm here to convert Rick to Judaism. So just so you know, Rick, we don't, I mean, we don't evangelize.
Yeah.
We tell them go away. and if they're serious, they'll come back.
Yeah, John Dillon saying she has all the powers of a minivan.
That's pretty funny.
Yes.
So that means she can transport your kids. She can get a bunch of groceries. These sound all like mom duties. Like she has mom powers basically. I guess is what he's
Yeah,
trying.
although yeah, although she's not a mom. And just right now, I'm doing the highlights on her, trying to get everything.
Are you talking about Rick's character? Or talking about your original character? Is Rick's character not the original character?
We're talking about this character. This is my original character. As much as John Dillon may claim that he has one similar.
Oh, does he?
No, John likes to
Her name is Star Air.
find
Like,
out.
her name is the other
He
girl's
like
name, Air Star or Star Air.
doing. Uh,
Well, that's weird. Gone.
yes, John likes to take people's original ideas and make them his own, and say this sounds like my original character. Whomever, yeah. So, what are you working on today?
Oh, I was just reading. JP4 says he's got something that's he's an original character, but he's a Scientologist. He must be confused. Or a celebrity, which means he's also confused.
Yeah. Confused about being a celebrity.
Right. He feels guilty. He gives to every imaginary charity that exists in the world, even some that don't exist. He gives very he's very passionate about his made up charities. If you ever saw Bowfinger, that's a great rip on Scientology.
Seen that.
So his name is Belly Star or Star Belly.
My character. Oh. I don't know about these guys. Always trying to come up with. Oh, that's what I forgot to do. I forgot to do the skin on her hands. Duh.
Oh, starfish. Oh, so is the star on his tummy a starfish then? Well, I don't know. Did Rick? Did you claim that your hero got superpowers by a terrorist exploding right next to you?
No.
Oh,
I
don't know what Patina is.
I like Badger Boy, says JP.
I like
no,
Raccoon Girl is greater than Skunk Girl. And I guess okay, and then Hawaiian Shield is greater than Canadian Shield. Who's the Hawaiian Shield? I haven't seen that.
Oh, a while back, I think it was on Manny's stream. There was like 3 or 4 of us did this Hawaiian Shield character. We all came up with a different concept for Hawaiian Shield.
That's pretty funny. That is the secret technique of Hawaiian Shield, the Hawaiian Punch, or somebody else?
I guess it depends on One you went with. John Dillard's probably would have been that.
A lady raccoon. So does Raccoon Girl have a big fluffy tail from behind her? Is that what you're saying? My
A
Hawaiian.
lady raccoon. My
Isn't
Hawaiian is okay. So we
Go
got to
ahead.
stop doing that. I'm just reading. JP says my Hawaiian shield is a big picture. What were you gonna say? Hello.
Um, I don't know. I don't remember.
He's plus.
Oh, what I was going to say that a lady raccoon, isn't that basically the hamburglar?
Strong but fragile.
Strong but fragile.
I guess that's his
So, so,
Hawaiian shield.
so JP, your Hawaiian shield was a woman?
He wasn't even there to create one. I guess he's
What's that?
created one since.
Hmm.
But that's all right to create your Hawaiian shield.
You had a team of them. You just call them 5-0.
I think there was four of them. I think it was me, John, Manny, and maybe Tank. I think we all create. We're on
Oh, I
all
get it.
created.
His Hawaiian shield was a big pitcher, like a pitcher of like water or something. That was made of
Yeah,
glass.
you know the Hawaiian punch.
Yeah. Oh, I
No,
got
the Kool Aid.
that, JP. I missed it completely.
Oh, we can't all get it every day, right?
No, I was completely lost with his what he was talking about. I was like, what a weird idea. You just drew a glass pitcher and that was your Hawaiian shield. I don't get it. And now I do. Check.
John says check your inbox. I'm not sure whether this is a good thing. Which inbox?
I got it. Oh, well,
Well,
that's.
he might have sent you a copy of his Hawaiian shield.
I think so. It's yeah. I don't see a shield, but I see other weird stuff on it. So I like the pineapple hat. The pineapple helmet is really good. I have to say I like the pineapple helmet. And the tiki torch of justice and the what's that called? The little guitar's called ukulele.
Mandolin?
The ukulele.
Ukulele. Do I have one? I'm not even sure what my Hawaiian shield is offhand. I know I have it around here somewhere.
Well, you definitely made it competitive now, John, because he's looking for this. My Canadian shield would have written "Made in China." That'd be my.
That'd be your Hawaiian shield or your Canadian shield?
No, my Hawaiian shield. Sorry, my Hawaiian shield would have written on the reverse "Made in China." JP, are you saying that my internet's bad or something?
That's probably mine.
He's clearly like El Kabong. I don't know who El Kabong is. Name means he whacks people in the head with it.
Well, me just knocking everything down in my room, trying to find something. No, I can't find it at the moment. I'll find it later. My Hawaiian shield. Show it on my next stream. Shut up, Rick. Oh, why would you? He's still. Everybody's still here. Yeah. Oh, here, something for you to see. Hello. I'm not sure whether you've seen it.
Yes,
Not Todd. Ray Escarga made this.
that's funny.
Sexy Rick defeats.
So you're dressed like Craven, but you have your Rick hair.
Yeah.
Very
And
nice
I've
look.
defeated Todd as MODOK.
Yes, that's pretty funny. But I don't think you defeated him. I think he just got sleepy and fell asleep. Is what it looks like.
Eagle says the Hawaiian Shield needs a oh no, whatchamacallit? Comic book. Hit the belly, hit like the button, says JP. It's disturbing. What's disturbing? John's yes, we know John's Hawaiian Shield is disturbing. So what I asked you, I can't remember what you said you were drawing or if you are drawing today.
Yeah, I'm working right now on page 9 of my comic. I'm doing the pencils because I think I'm going to do the rest of the pencils for the whole book before I ink anything, because I'm finding that when I get suggestions on what to correct, when I go ahead and do the inks, then it's kind of a problem because I've already penciled and inked it. So I'm going to just get everything penciled and then get the feedback on it. That way it's easier to correct, make changes.
Yeah.
So
Sounds good to me.
Juan Diard can tell me what he thinks about this if he wants to. I actually prefer calling him Juan Diard. I think I like that name. So I finally got some dialogue, as you can see, Rick, for the
Yeah.
sort
of, yeah.
No. Oh, no.
Cool.
Next one. What is going on?
Hey, why do you have that picture of the Hawaiian Shield? Um, Dale, John sent you.
I do.
People are wanting you to show it.
I think John should share that enjoyment with them.
Well, he showed it before.
Yeah.
But right now he's sleeping or something. Well, he's not sleeping, but I'm not sure whether he's near his. Yeah. So, hello, Keeper Fortnite. How are you? We got somebody new in Fortnite. Hello.
There it is.
Okay, we will lock it on. Hello. There is John Dillard's character. J.K. Polsky. I have no idea what you're saying. Caper, Fortnite. So that is looking cool. Well,
okay.
I'm not sure whether I should say cool. Can we kick him? No, you can't kick the new person. You people wanting to kick people. You got a bad obsession. Oh, that is done, and we got to switch over to our character Electide. Although I think she's almost done. And we got the green shading done yesterday. We got actually, you know what? I think she. Okay, so yeah, I think she is done, except for a couple minor things. Gotta put her new layer. You like Canadians? That's good. Always liking Canadians is a good thing. Especially when they're Canadians named Rick. So let's see. Control V. So I haven't. Are you gonna be in Isaiah for a while, or are you gonna be going back to Genesis
We're
in
going right back.
your?
We're going right back to Genesis. It was just a one chapter stopover.
Okay,
So Thursday night we're getting together for Genesis 7.
cool.
It's the thing is that I don't know if you heard the explanation, but the reason we did Isaiah for one chapter was because we finished a certain section of in the Jewish people. We split up our
You,
Torah
you,
into
yeah,
portions. So we finished portion. That's why we're doing Isaiah 42.
yeah. I know I heard a while back that Genesis was actually most likely written by 10 different people, and Moses edited it together.
Um, well, I don't know if you're talking about. There is one suggestion that we have that there was already an existing tradition going back to Genesis, but then when Moses wrote down the Torah, that was all kind of corrected. So I don't know that that's now what it sounds more like is there's an academic theory in biblical criticism called the documentary hypothesis or Wellhausian theory, which is the idea that the Torah is made up of 4 different books and has one editor named Ezra. And
Yeah,
the problem with this theory is that it's is the theory kind of presupposes a a technique that originally started with scholars of Homer to kind of determine whether Homer was the one who wrote the Odyssey and himself, or if it was a tradition or what it was. So they came to this theory of textual criticism, where they would say, well, this Homer actually is made up of so many different writers. The problem is that there was never any evidence for it, and they can never demonstrate that it worked and it was correct. It wasn't just the fanciful imaginations of scholars looking for something to do. So
yeah,
so the Greek scholars who were doing the literary criticism of Homer, they stopped using it, but it's maintained with biblical with the academic scholars, and it's just it's a theory that has, as far as I'm concerned, it has no weight or relevance, and
yeah,
it's pretty much been proven to be a false theory.
yeah.
So
I don't know about all the Homer stuff and all that. I just know the theory that I heard was that it was like when it says these are the generations up, it's like a new writer taking whole
right,
their new part. It says the generations of Adam. And it goes from thing. Then the generations of Noah. So Noah wrote from where it says the generations of Adam to the generations of Noah, and then so on and so forth.
right, and so I mean, like I said, there's an idea that there are different traditions in Genesis,
Yeah.
but only in Genesis, not beyond that. But I don't
Yeah.
think most people don't accept that actually. Most of the rabbinic scholars don't accept that because we do have it back at Sinai. It's given. So even if it did exist as a tradition at Mount Sinai, we got it again anyway. So
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just I only know about I've delved a little bit into learning,
sure,
but not a stuff like that. And I'm not sure whether there's more than one source. I've heard it from. I think I might have heard that from more than one source, but
yeah. I
you
mean,
know,
the problem with some of these theories is the question is, well, what can you prove? Like, what what
yeah,
what what is your evidence? And if you don't have evidence, then it
yeah.
really
It's
is
just it's
a theory, you know.
yeah, There's only so much technically you can prove from history. Well, maybe a little bit. Well, there's only so much you can prove because it's in the past, and trying to prove an event in the past, especially thousands of years ago, can be hard
Yeah.
unless it's written down about.
Right.
You know.
Right. I agree.
But I know all these archaeologists and all that. They have their ways of doing it. And that is good, and they have their ways of coming up with what they believe is true and not true.
Sure.
Uh,
Yep.
oh, Bob's in here. Hey, Bob. The guy drawing on paper is Halal from New Hero Comics. Bob is in. I'm not sure whether you can see the chat or not. Hello,
Yeah.
but the guy that doesn't have a wrench that says John Gillard gaming the system is
Yeah.
Bob the Popio.
Oh, great.
So as long as you know the one with the chat, one with the in the blue and with the wrench is the real John Dillard.
I got you.
Hey
Just
Rick, how you
as
doing?
good yourself.
Good. This is
Oh.
Matt Gossams just jumped in.
Oh, cool. This is my friend Matt. I met him. This is Hello. He's part of New Hero. He is New Hero Comics. Matt
Hey, how
and
you doing?
Matt and James Hudnell together are doing a book called Agenda. I'm not sure whether you know who James Hudnell is. Hello.
Yes. Yeah. I know who James Hudnall is. Yep.
Okay. I know he's somewhat of a famous author in comic books. So.
Yeah, worked on Alpha Flight, did an unauthorized biography of Superman, or Lex Luthor, I should say. And yeah, different titles from Marvel, DC. And he's got his own YouTube channel as well, Esper999. And he did an interview with Chuck Dixon, writer Chuck Dixon, just yesterday.
Cool.
Which is
Are you working on
insightful.
a perspective study there, or is that an actual from a comic you're working on?
Oh yeah, this is I'm working on a page from the comic agenda, and so
Cool.
I'm gonna start just live streaming. I'm gonna make some tutorial videos, but I'm gonna start live streaming every day or every other day. Try to do it every day, and people just watch me, sketch out pages. So I'm just laying it out right now, just trying to get the placement.
Very nice. It looks good.
Cool.
Now I can't see it, but it was looking good.
Yeah, it just, the screens jump around, right?
Yeah. Let me put it on you for a few minutes.
No, that's okay. You don't have to do that. I just.
I don't mind.
Well, guys, I actually need to go. It's my wife just walked in, and it's date night, so I need to go and have a date. So.
Oh. Have fun.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Okay, we will see you. Hello. Have a great time.
All right, y'all too. Bye.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Yes, Hello lives in Israel.
Oh, wow, cool. Yeah, what time is it over there?
It
must be night. I guess it's a date night.
Yeah, it's about 8 o'clock. He's 7 hours difference. It's just after 8.
Okay. Okay. And you guys, I know you're probably you're close to 1 o'clock right now?
Yeah, it's 1:16.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm 3 hours ahead of you.
Okay. So, where you're located, is that, where would that be closest to the U.S.? Which is it? It's got to be close to...
Buffalo probably would be close.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Niagara Falls, Buffalo.
Yeah, Niagara Falls. Yeah, I've been there on the Canadian side too. Actually, that's the only side of the Niagara Falls I've been on is the Canadian side, which is funny. But being from the U.S.
Rick JP says Rick is Canadian. The Arctic Circle.
The Arctic Circle. Are you guys like cold over there right now? Is it cooled down a lot?
We got snow last Friday, I think. So
Oh wow.
not only like 2 or 3 inches.
Okay.
Wasn't a big snowfall.
Oh, I'm in California, so I don't like seeing snow. If we see it, I'm like, what's going on?
Oh, you want to introduce yourself, Matt? Tell the people about yourself. He's been on my channel before, John. I interviewed him a few weeks ago. Him and John, ah, John, yeah,
James?
John Hudnail, James Hudnail.
James. James, yeah. Yeah, my name's Matt Cosson. Uh, yeah, Rick had us on not too long ago. We were promoting our comic, which is on Indiegogo called Agenda, and he's gracious enough to do that. And yeah, it's a book that's it's a superhero book. Actually, my first superhero. Actually, you know what? I worked on one issue of a title, but yeah, my first creator-owned superhero book with James Hudnall. And my background is more like science fiction type of comics. So it's going to have that type of feel to it. Not maybe your typical type of superhero. But yeah, it's
Well, without giving
go
too
ahead.
much, without doxing yourself, John's wondering where in California because he's in California too.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'm in San Diego, sunny San Diego, and it's actually cold down here right now. It's like 60 degrees or something, I think, which is summer in probably in be considered summer in Canada right now where you are. I know in Michigan
Well,
it's always cold.
where I am, it usually probably gets close to the same warmth as California during the summer. I would think.
Oh yeah. I mean Michigan, where I'm from originally, man, it would get really hot over there sometimes. Some summers, I mean, burning
Yeah,
hot.
I'm not too far. I'm not too far away from Detroit, Michigan either. Probably
Oh, okay, that's
an hour and
cool.
a half drive.
Yeah. That's why I would travel to Canada because it was just not too far from me. You know, Detroit, you can see right
Well,
over
like if you,
the river.
yeah, if you know where Toronto is from,
Yeah.
I'm about an hour's drive away from there, southeast, southwest. I'm not sure exactly.
Oh, okay.
So I'm
Yeah. We're
closer to
not
the border. I'm closer to the border than Toronto.
okay. Because yeah, I was gonna say when you travel all the way to California, I was like from Canada, I was like, oh my gosh, that's a pretty good trek. You know?
Yeah, I'd like to do it. I wanted to do it again this year, but finances would not let me.
Yeah. Next time you're able to make it out, I mean, definitely we'll have to show you around. You know,
Yeah,
show you
for
some good
sure.
places to eat. Take you to some nice place to eat. There's some good restaurants out here. Obviously, there's a lot of Mexican restaurants.
Yeah. Well, I certainly enjoyed my In and Out burger. Oh,
Oh man,
I
I
can't
love
wait
In
to
and
have
Out.
another one. I can't wait to have another one of those burgers.
Oh yeah, In and Out, man. I'm telling you, In and Out is like I eat there like every week. Every week. Like my brother Mikey, he would be like he said he would eat there every day if he could. Never get sick of it. He's like, it's one food you
John
never get
saying
sick of.
Yeah. John saying, "Hey, jerk, Rick is staying at my house." Well, how
We're
about
gonna be
this,
fighting
John?
over.
Hey, how about this, John? He's in San Diego, so if I've got to be in San Diego, I stay at his house. If I got to be in California, Los Angeles, I stay at your house.
See, there you go. We can share. No, that's cool that you got you got people wanting you to stay. Man, you're set up, man. Next time you come out,
Yeah,
you don't have to worry about hotel fees or anything, man.
yeah. I'm pretty sure he's enough. John's like, yeah, how will you go to hell? I don't want you anymore. Rick has more one more friend than John. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just blocking in like just the placement of like the figures on these pages, so it's not like the actual drawing. I'm just kind of see. Here's my this is my layout book where I do all the layouts for the comic. That way I can keep them all in one spot. Yeah, I get these at the Japanese store out here, and it's just like blank sketchbooks. It's like $1.50,
Oh,
and
that's not
so
bad.
I use this
Yeah.
lay out all my stuff.
I have probably something similar. Uh, at our dollar store here, we have these sketchbooks. Like, well, you guys can't see it at the moment. Give me a sec. I
Oh yeah,
just need to.
yeah, to the screen.
Okay, I'll save that in a sec.
I used to do my layouts on loose leaf paper, but then I would like lose them. You know, I'd lose a nice layout. I'm like, man, I need. And then I saw the video where the Japanese artists they draw in a book, or the one I watched did, and they called it a name, or it's spelled name, but that's Japanese pronunciation. I think it's name. And but yeah, it just keeps everything in one spot, man. It's a lot easier to keep organized.
And anyways, to catch up on the chat, JP says, "Hey, John, can I stay at your house?" John's like, "Of course." JP's, "I was too lazy to type the whole thing." John says, "You're not a big dumb jerk like those two." JP says, "Thanks, John." JP says, "Canadian dollar store equals dime store. More like 75 cents for you guys. 70 to 75 cents for you guys." Ray
Wow.
says, "How dare you do this to my cousin, Sexy Rick? No more fan art for you." JP says, "John, I'll be there Friday." John says, "Keys under the mat." So this, yeah, I get this at our dollar store for $3. They're 9 by
Oh yeah, I love the
12.
dollar store.
There's 80 pages. So I'm not sure whether you can see it.
Oh yeah, cool.
I've got lots of these floating around. I've got lots and lots of stuff floating around like that.
Yeah, one of my favorite sketchbooks I get from a place called Art Supply Warehouse, and the only time I ever see them though is they have a booth at WonderCon in Anaheim, California, and they sell these hardbound books, but they're like spiral backed. So which I like because you can like open it all the way and fold it back, you know. And but they sell those, even the ones with the binding, and it's like $5, like real cheap.
Cool.
Because usually those things
Well,
cost like $15.
You've been asked a very serious question by my one guy,
Oh yeah.
Bob. Do you watch anime? This guy's an
Oh
anime
yeah.
fanatic. I warned you about him.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. I love anime, manga. Right now, I was
Now
watching.
come.
I watched One Punch Man, My Hero Academia. I just stumbled across Assassination Classroom. I know it's been going on for a while, but I just found it on Hulu, and yeah, dude, I love watching anime, and then of course all the staples, the films like Akira, and but yeah, anything I stumble across, like I watched this a while back, but I found one of my favorites was Death Note, just because the story was so interweaving and like it's all strategies and everything. But yeah, man, there's so many. I'm always trying to look for some new stuff because I'm always discovering it online. Someone will put a trailer, or Netflix is starting to get a lot of anime, like original anime stuff.
Bob says, "Guy knows the good stuff." John
He
Jello
knows the good
saying,
stuff.
"Yeah, you, the good anime."
Oh, okay.
So you have pleased my subscriber.
Yeah, man. I went to an anime expo here in LA this year, and it was my second time going. And man, it's always great. I discover some new stuff when I walk in there. And I know my friend, well, I don't know who else, my girlfriend's friend lives in Japan, and she's a cosplayer. She came all the way out just to go to Anaheim. Well, she went to come see her family, obviously, but she like changes into like her cosplay outfits. Like, was it 3 in 1 day?
Oh
Pretty wild.
wow!
Yeah.
And let's see what we got. John says, "Oh, JP says Battle of the Planets. That's a good anime, yes." And
Oh
John
yeah.
Dillard says, "I should have seen this coming when Rick was telling me to go back to Mexilanda." And then he says he was saying my ugly brown skin makes him sick. John says, "Look, now he's charming." Eagle 43 says, "The floating train cars are a tourist attraction in JP City." Oh, JP's a modeler.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, he
I've
does a
seen
lot of
like the
model
Sim stuff.
cities. Yeah. And
Yeah,
JP
I saw a
says,
part of his video that he was making a video for the Comicsgate like guys doing different like city buildings and stuff to center.
JP says, John Diller came in saying, I like your ugly brown skin. It reminds me of golden brown tan. JP says, the good stuff? Is she Ren? And John says, Rick was saying that I wasn't welcome in his home because his mom was old school. Whatever that means. Bob says, are you an Otoko? Otaku?
Otaku. Otaku.
Yes, he's.
Yeah, it's just basically a nerd, comic nerd, or Japanese. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm not nearly as diehard as some people, but yeah, I mean, I pretty much have manga and anime. I watch that and read manga every day, so I guess so. I read that more than American comics, so I might fall in line with that.
And JP says, cool to whatever. And then John says, look, now JP is going to put this jerk in his city. Uh, hello, Tyrene. Welcome. And he says, wow, 6 whole likes. Yes, people, hit that like button.
Yeah, add their likes on there, man. I think I liked it.
Yeah.
I think.
And JP says, yes, I will put Manga Addiction Center, next to the forest that always burns. And Bob says, Matt, do you know anything about the big three? Naruto, One Piece, and Bleach?
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm I'm more familiar with One Piece because my brother is like a big fan of it. So yeah, I'm more familiar with that. I know I've only seen some episodes of like Naruto and Bleach. I actually have. I started buying the first volumes of Bleach when they translated. I think it was I think it's Viz, right? Viz puts it out, and I bought a few of those, so I'm a little familiar. But I fell so far behind, I haven't kept track on it. But once in a while, I'll see a book with a cover that's crazy, and I'll just pick it up just to flip through and see what's going on. But but yeah, I think now I've been reading One Punch Man. I've been buying that, and I'm behind on that one, but I'm up to this book 7. I think they're the English translation. I think they're up to 15 or something like that. Now they're something around there.
Cool.
But
Eagle
yeah.
43 says, laugh out loud. JP4 says, can I kick the new guy? No. No kicking people. Unless they do something bad. William Reed says, hello. Hello, William. Bob says, 2 dislikes. JP4 says, I
What?
liked it. It tasted like butter. I guess 2 people have disliked the video for some reason.
What a
Probably
bunch of
John and
jerks.
somebody. John says, you have 3 dislikes. Guess who, jerk? John Diller says, you don't mean Dragon Ball, Pokemon, and Sailor Moon. I guess was a big 3. Um,
I I had a friend actually who was into Sailor Moon, and I was gonna give him a hard time about it, but he was into it. My of course Dragon Ball. I know Dragon Ball. I'm not diehard in Dragon Ball, but I do have some comics, and I've watched anime, of course. Dragon Ball animes.
and let's see, we got JP says, I have a One Piece swimsuit. Okay. Ray
Thanks for the
says,
info.
Ray says, laugh out loud, and then says, can I borrow it, JP? Too much. Bob says, what episode are you on for One Piece? Or F, I
Over
should
me?
say. Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know. I mean, there's like I said, all these. I came in a little later on that. Obviously, that's what is that up to like 400 episodes or something now. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm just basically I just watch bits and pieces and some of the movies that come out. Like there's an anime, not an anime store, but there's a Japanese store in my area that they constantly play One Piece and Dragon Ball, and so I'm always stuck at that TV screen. Every time like I walk by, I'm shopping, I see it, and I'm just like get sucked into the episode. But I don't think they have those on Netflix or Hulu. And I know you can watch it online now. They got what, Crunchyroll? I
I
don't know if
think
you
so,
still
yeah.
watch it on there.
Well, I haven't watched it. Let's see, what's this? Ray says, depends on the Bob size. JP says, I'll bring it with me Friday. Ray says, B cup. Eagle says, JP4, you have to give new people a 50-50 chance. Do what Raven does. Ask them heads or tails. JP says, too small, Raven. Got a cry face. JP Father says to Eagle, 43, okay, about giving them a 50 cent. Bob says, there are 850 plus. I've watched all of them. It's
Wow.
still going. That is a
Oh my
lot of
gosh.
episodes.
Yeah. My
And
brother has like
JP
some sweet art books, One Piece art books.
JP4 is wondering about that Japanese store. Does Mr. Miyagi run the store?
How did you know? Just kidding.
Ray says,
Nah, Tissue Boy Man.
donuts! Do not touch the donuts.
Donuts.
Yeah, I don't know why I say
Hey,
donuts.
Reed, is it? Man, that makes me hungry for some donuts. That's one of my favorite. One of my favorite foods, donuts. Oh yeah. Do you guys have? You have Dunkin' Donuts over there, right? In
No,
Canada?
I don't think we do. We have Timmy's, of course, Tim Hortons.
Oh yeah,
Most Canadians would say the best the best coffee shop around.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we have one here in
Uh, we
California. I've
we
seen.
we got Coffee Time, and
Coffee
of
time.
course we got Starbucks.
Oh yeah. Oh, we got those on every corner in California. They get more of them than 7-Eleven.
Yeah, we used to have a lot of 7-Elevens. We're slowly losing those.
Oh, what do you have instead? Is it like, do you have like a local stores?
Yeah, we
Like a
got a
local
lot of
chain or something?
local. Not a lot, just not a lot of local ones. Just
Because we have in California, we have Circle K as well.
yeah, we got a couple of those popping up slowly. But we have a
Oh,
lot
okay.
of just independent ones, variety store run by whomever.
Oh, okay.
No chain. Although actually probably the closest chain that we have is at least in this area is oh they change names all the time. Hasty Market.
Hasty
And
Market.
there's
Huh.
Big B. Hey John. The guy that was calling us a jerk is now in the room with us.
What the hell, jerks?
Do you dislike the video?
Of course I dislike the video. I dislike all of Rick's videos. No, every time Rick doesn't
What's
send me
the
a link, I
dislike?
dislike his video.
Oh, I see. So there's a pattern. Make you send those links.
I'm trying to establish a pattern of abuse. That way I can Pavlovian his way into treating me nicer.
Oh, sorry. Is my sound coming in okay? Am I scribbling? Is it scribbling too loud? Because I know sometimes it picks up noises
No,
way
it's
too
all
loud.
right.
Okay.
As far as I'm concerned,
Remember, I
anyways.
was on John Malin's channel, and I was clicking my mechanical pencil, and he's like, "Could someone please stop typing on the computer?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I guess it was so loud. It was just like,
So what are you
yeah.
working
Okay,
on? It
there's
looks
your
like you're
link.
drawing naked chicks.
I sent you a link earlier, JP. I'm pretty sure I just sent. Why am I doing nothing? Because I finished what I was going to be doing for this stream. I guess I could do stuff.
Oh yeah,
Numat
how
says
long is
you're
your
a
stream?
technological one. Depends. I just sent you your link, William, if you want to come in. Like I said, JP. Now you said, oh yeah, first you ask for the link, and then when I say I sent it to you, you say you're at work, JP.
Tell them that they can only come in if they undo their dislike and like the video.
Yeah.
Stipulations.
Well, John didn't dislike. Did you undislike and like the video, John?
No, I didn't. Why?
Guess I'll have to kick you. No.
All right, let me see. There you go. Now it's 8-2, not 7-3.
Cool.
Now we just got to change those other two.
JP says he never dislikes.
That's Bob. That's Bob the Popio, and his many alternate accounts.
Yes.
So what project are you
Well,
working on? Or are you coming here because you want to be in the Gatekeepers?
Yeah, I'm working on me or
you.
me, right?
Well,
Okay, I'm
Rick's
working
not
on
working. He's
agenda.
over there just showing everybody his pretty face.
Oh yeah, Sexy Rick. That's the new nickname, right?
Yeah.
It was until he just fell apart, didn't shave for like 2 weeks. So we had to downgrade him to Handsome Rick. He didn't like that, so he shaved the same day.
He wants to be the rugged Rick. It rhymes better, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, I am working on agenda right now. I got to catch up on like some pages here. I've been trying to promote it, and I've been trying to come up with different ways, figuring out because my first Indiegogo campaign.
Um.
And,
Are you part of? Are you on the Christian comic? Well, it's not so much Christian, but there's the
you
Christian
mean
Art
IndieCron?
Society. No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what? Give me a sec.
Rick wants to know if you're on ChristianSingles.com.
Does that site still exist?
All right, Matt, I got a question for you, and I would like your opinion.
Yeah.
As an artist,
Yeah.
that's very good. Where I'm working on a cover for Tales from Beyond the Gate. And it's going to be some creepy old gatekeeper beckoning you into the gate here. Let me turn my camera on. Okay, this is him here. And this is going to be about the size of the page he's taking up. So a pretty good amount of it.
Oh, okay.
Now, I want to put up on top Tales from Beyond the Gate in the old traditional style of the EC comics.
Cool.
But
Yeah.
I want it to be kind of falling or tilted backwards, kind of like the Star Trek scroll. I mean, the Star Wars scroll.
Where's
Now,
coming at you?
yeah, but what I want to do eventually, as part of the Indiegogo campaign, is offer that with this guy here, this cover, as part chromium.
Oh, cool.
Would that be cohesive to this character being mostly monotone, and then just that simple logo up on top?
You mean the chromium cover?
Yeah.
Oh man, I've never had a book in chromium cover before. It's pretty fancy, but yeah, I mean, it needs monochromatic colors and everything. That'd probably.
Well, the original cover,
I mean,
he's gonna be colored, but he's gonna be really, really muted. But
okay.
if we do the
And then what?
chrome cover, and it's not going to be all chrome. It's just going to be like maybe his lantern and also the logo.
Who does chrome
Okay,
printing?
Who was that?
Who does the chrome
William.
printing?
Oh, I don't know, but I know at least 2 people that I looked up do chrome printing.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it costly?
Yeah.
That's a simple, quick answer. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, it
No,
seems
but
like
what
it
I
would
was
be.
Yeah, it almost doubles the price.
Cool.
Yeah, Matt, what I was thinking about was the Christian Comic Art Society. It's sort of like a Christian deviant art.
Oh, okay.
It's
Yeah,
run
I
by
never knew
Ralph.
heard about that.
I'm pretty sure it's run by Ralph. You know, from Alpha Omega Con.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I wasn't familiar with that. That's cool. Yeah, I like Ralph. He's a cool guy too. I always see him at Comic-Con. He's got a booth there.
Yeah. Okay, let's see.
What was the question? The question was, is he in the Christian Comics Club?
Well,
Yeah, I guess there's a group.
Matt's a Christian. I met him at Alpha Omega Con, which is a Christian Comic Con. So I just figured it'd be another place for him to advertise.
Oh, yeah.
Being there, put a.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to anywhere I can advertise. Definitely take advantage.
Ralph knows you and your girlfriend and all that. So JP says,
Yeah, I haven't.
Bob, I need. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna read the chat. Bob said, let's see, I gotta go up a bit here. Where was I? Bob, I need 5 more subs to 100. Please sub me with all your accounts. JP said that. Bob says JP is at 94 subs. He will do a special soon. Giveaway. JP4 says John Diller gave me the system. Is some sort of art for my special. I'm not sure what that means. Bob says I could do that. You got to give me a wrench for every account of mine. Bob and his wrenches.
No, yeah, I have
Matt
a
said,
giveaway that I started too.
yeah, you're at 100. Are you at 100 subs now too, or?
Oh no, I'm only like what 46. I
Okay,
just
people,
only
go
made
over and
I've only
go
made
ahead.
like maybe half a dozen videos recently. I haven't really been making a lot of videos until just recently I started. I'm gonna try to do it on a regular basis.
Cool. But go over and sub to Matt Cosin. I'll put his link in the description later. But you can if you can look if he types in the chat, you can hit the 3 dots and go to his
What
skin.
is your YouTube called, Matt?
Oh, it's just Matt Cossin, MattCossin. Yeah, just Matt Cossin. I kept like all my handles like Twitter, Facebook, and everything, and Instagram all Matt Cossin, just so make it easier to find me.
All right, and your
JP
avatar
says,
is like a little dog with a crown.
Oh no, that's Kingmakers. That's also my brother and I's comic company, but it's weird. It's like hard to find mine for some reason. Every time you type it in, it shows up Cossin Bros or Kingmakers.
yeah, I
But
just put on the channel filter, and you should be able to find his fairly easy. Actually, you know what? I'll make it easy for everybody. I've got it here. Where did I put it?
Okay, yours has like a guy in a car.
yeah, that's it.
Okay, I'll put it up, Rick.
I got it.
Cool, thanks. Yeah, I was talking to like when I went on that live stream with like Ethan and Mike Miller was telling me, he's like, you got to start doing videos, man. Do it every day. And I'm like, man, that's like, I don't even know how he does it every day. He's got kids and he has to do all these projects. I'm like, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it gets hard. That's why I did myself a challenge for 66 days, and to do it every day, and then it got me in the habit of doing some sort of live stream. But if you're
Yeah, I
doing your
gotta do
art,
it.
if you do your art every day, at least film yourself, and if you've got an editor, just speed it up, and you've done a video.
Yeah, and if you
You
want to
do
come on my
a
channel and
time.
just hang out, but I'm on pretty early in the morning for Californian. I'm on at
Oh,
6 a.m.
where are you located? You
I'm
Midwest
in.
or
Say what?
East Coast? East Coast?
No, I'm on
No,
in
he's same
California.
time zone.
Oh, you're okay. Yeah.
I'm
Cool.
East
Yeah,
Coast.
you're the one in California.
But I go on at
Who's
6
East Coast?
a.m. every morning.
We seem to be coast to
Wow.
coast, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so John, what time is it where you are now?
10:51.
In the morning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
William's on the real East Coast, the
yeah, it's
Canadian East Coast.
yeah, coast to coast. Funny. It's 3:51 here in the afternoon. It's almost supper time.
351.
251.
You're only an
Sorry.
hour.
Shut your filthy
I
low
had-
class mouth, Bob the Pope. Yo, you better stay in here and be taken off just because new anime comes out.
Speaking of anime, Matt's style there, I was going through some of his videos. He's got a really cool anime style to him.
Well, thanks.
Yeah, you posted
Yeah,
a
I've
video.
always.
Posted a video 2 days ago with a girl in a looks like a pink short suit there, the blonde.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
Yeah, that's actually a beautiful image. I like that a lot.
Oh, thanks.
You're
I think
welcome.
I have that one. I might have that one up on my Instagram. I'm not sure. I was actually adding in a background, and yeah, try to combine my love of '80s with some of the action girls I was drawing.
But you're
But
using
yeah, I
Canson.
always
You're using Canson comic book artboard.
this one
Does,
is this one's Canson.
does that
I usually
does that give you grief?
yeah, sometimes I found like sometimes the ink for some reason it won't stick to it sometimes. Not all the time, but once in a great while I'll do a stroke and it'll like it's weird. It's like almost like drawing on plastic. I don't know why, but
Yeah.
penciling's cool. I can
I
just
think
pencil it pretty quick.
Yeah, I think it's the texture of the paper. I know I go through a ton of Copic markers, or the microns. It sucks the ink right into the paper. I got to find a
Yeah.
different kind of paper, so I'm just kind of
Well,
in
I usually
search of
use like
Strathmore or something. Yeah,
I use Strathmore. I cut my own paper down usually, but I bought this comic artboard to try it out, and I like to try out new papers and see if something's better than what I'm using. But I don't know, Strathmore it really works well for me. I like that.
yeah. Somebody recommended the Strathmore Smooth. I guess it glides real nice.
Yeah.
Um,
Yes, Strathmore
I've
Smooth
only got a
Bristol.
few sheets
Yeah.
left of this and stuff, and I don't think I'll ever go back to it, honestly.
Yeah, I'm sticking to this one just right since I've started up like a quarter of the book. After I'm probably once I finish the pad, I think there's 20 some pages in it. I'm gonna be done with that because I know I didn't want to waste it. But like the ink pens, yeah, I've been using like a dip pen, those nibs, and so like I'll use that, and it seems like it works pretty good. I used to like using was it the Copic tech pens, the liners, multi-liners.
Yeah, those are the ones I
I
was
used to
talking
use
about.
those.
That's what I'm using right
Yeah, I
now.
used to
But
use
I
those.
find the paper gives me grief. I find I'm fighting with my tools more than working for me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I man, I go through so many. I always try out something, and then if I find something that's really good, but
Now I
yeah, I
had
don't
gone
know.
to Staples and I went to the photocopier section and I was talking to the girls behind the counter and she sold me a pack of this. It's 1117, but it's real smooth and it's meant for photocopying. And it's a thick, almost as thick as Bristol, and it is so smooth. And I'm thinking of
Oh,
doing the whole book in that if I can find out a way to print off the bleed edges and stuff on them.
yeah.
I'm gonna have to make a nice template and make my own paper. I'm not sure if you know this or not, but Staples can, if you find a real nice paper that you like, you can take them in a stack and they can put a bind on the side of it and you can make your own sketchbooks really cheap.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I mean, I knew they did print stuff, but I didn't know they would do it. Like make blank sketchbooks. That's cool.
Yeah. Well, I like the paper so much that I found there that I was looking for different options and somebody else had mentioned about the sketchbooks that you can make them real cheap. So I ended up taking 50 sheets with me and I made I ended up cutting them in half and I made 2 50-sheet sketchbooks out of them and they are beautiful. Like you can't,
Cool.
for what, I think it was $8 for the both of them. You go to
Oh,
Michael's
nice.
and they want $20 or more for a mediocre sketchbook.
Oh,
And
yeah.
here I made an awesome one for under 10.
No, that's cool. Yeah, I mean,
Switch to that paper.
William,
because I found like those
Yeah.
sketchbooks are so expensive.
My
Yeah,
mom was wondering what part of the East Coast are you in?
I'm in New Brunswick, St. John. We You were saying that you might have family members in the Newcastle area?
Uh, I'm not sure. My mom would probably know a little bit more than me. Probably.
Yeah.
We did have family that lived in Newcastle, but I know she died, my aunt, and that was quite some time ago. I'm not sure whether we'd have any other,
Yeah, that's only
like
about a
distant
2 hour drive.
cousin.
It's only about a 2 hour drive from here.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm only about where I'm at. I'm only about an hour away to the state of Maine. I'm pretty
Cool.
close to the U.S.
My one superhero sector is set up in actually between uh, New Brunswick, between St. John's and Newcastle. So that's cool.
Second, third, fourth cousins.
She was just saying second, third, fourth cousins we'd probably still have there
Oh, still.
in
Okay,
Newcastle.
cool. Yeah.
So I just figured I'd ask for her since she told me to ask. So we can carry on, you guys can carry on your conversation.
Well, I know our city, St. John here, was the first established city in the country. So I imagine everybody has derived from here and that way.
Yeah. JP's. So everyone is related in Canada? No way. Not quite eh. Because I'm not, as far as I know, I'm not related to William.
We'll have to do that ancestry.ca or whatever it is.
Yeah. So,
So what's everybody working on? What are you working on?
me, nothing at the moment. I did my couple things that I did till about 1:30, and Matt jumped on a few minutes before, and John jumped on after, and you. So I figured I'd continue the stream for a little bit longer. You know, get a few more views.
Yeah, if you have to go, just let me, feel free. Just let me know,
Oh,
and I'll be doing a live stream later today, drawing more comic pages.
I'll try and jump
Probably.
on at least to watch. Any idea what time?
Well, what time you go on? Because I'll try to coordinate at different time. Like you're going
Well,
on
I
again
don't
later
go
tonight,
on.
right?
Yeah, I don't go on until like 10 tonight. So my
Is
time,
it
which
10 your
would be
time?
7, which would be
7
about
my
7
time.
your time.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try to go on maybe before that and maybe after.
Yeah, and if you want to jump on my stream and draw or whatever too, you can send you a link for that. So the Twitter
Yeah, that's
stuff,
cool too. Yeah.
sending you the Twitter link works good for you.
Oh yeah. The Facebook Messenger. I don't know why it does not work. People sent me links on that, and it never really got to work. I don't know why. It's not compatible with the Google Hangouts link, I guess. But yeah, I like that
What do
cover,
you
by the way. I don't know if I already said that. That cover looks great, man.
What are you doing to click
Got
on
that
the link?
lighting on the
I
face.
mean to interrupt you.
Oh, thank
What
you.
was that?
When you
But
try and click on the link through Facebook, I find it helps if you copy the link and paste it into your Google, and then it comes right up on the
Yeah,
cell phone.
I tried doing that. For some reason it won't work. It keeps saying there's an error, and then it says we don't know why. And I'm like, what?
Oh,
So
maybe your
yeah,
phone
it's
needs to
weird.
update.
I copied and pasted it.
So the best way
I
to
don't
get
know
a hold
what's
of you
going on. I don't know
is
if it's
Twitter.
well. He sent me a link on Twitter, which I just used to get on here, which worked.
Yeah.
He did Messenger, the private message on
All
Twitter.
right.
Or
I'll
whatever.
find you. gonna find you on Twitter, and then when we go live, I can send you the link too.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Bob's wondering, John, when you will be your videos will be monetized.
Me?
I guess so. But I can tell
Probably
you,
day after tomorrow.
you
No,
wish.
because I'm setting up a Streamlabs right now, so I'm gonna open up a tip jar.
Yeah.
That's right, Rick. That's right. Ah! And we may or may not be doing a special to raise funds for Rick's glasses.
Yeah, I was thinking. I downloaded Streamlabs too. I got to figure out how to get it working. I got to figure out a lot of stuff.
Well, I thought I had it working, and then I tried to do a test about half an hour ago, which is why I'm still up. But and then it didn't go through. So I'll figure it out. Don't worry, I'll get it figured out sooner or later.
Yeah.
I get a lot of my info from Pixel Trader.
You get a what?
Oh, yeah.
I I use Pixel Trader as my IT guy.
Yeah, I'm not that cool with Pixel Trader. Though.
Oh.
That guy's like the president, dude. You can't get a hold of that guy. For me, anyway.
Well, I know he was on vacation there for quite a while, and I thought he went missing. So
Yeah, and then like all of a sudden he just pops up. He's like, "Hey, I've been in Vegas for a while, so maybe I'll hop on your stream tomorrow." Yeah, Pixel's actually down there in San Diego with you. Matt.
Really?
Yeah,
He's in San Diego?
yeah.
Oh.
That's what he says on his videos.
Oh, cool. Yeah, because James is in San Diego as well. James Hudnall.
Oh. I was trying to get in touch with, or I was trying to get Chester this morning to help me with the IT stuff, but he was going to bed. So
it's the hardest part is trying to get everybody together because we're all over the world at this point.
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got people
Actually,
in
I wonder
Hawaii,
if you,
Australia, Japan. We're all over the world, literally.
Yeah, it's great.
I
that
want to
you
try
can
and
come
get
together like
somebody in
that.
every time. I want to try and get somebody from every time zone in Canada do a Canadian coast to coast, not the wacky weird stuff, but
Yeah, no, that would be kind of cool too, wouldn't it?
Canadian coast to coast art stream. Well,
That is
because
cool.
we
I don't know.
got
I like that coast to coast show. That was great.
Oh yeah, it was good. But so far we got William, me, then Kat, then we need two other people for the next two time zones.
And don't forget it's half-hour difference in Newfoundland.
Oh yeah, we should do that too, Newfoundland. Then again, even better than that would be all 10 provinces.
Oh my God, that's too many Canadians, Rick.
Canadian coast to coast art stream, eh? That'd just be hilarious.
So, are you going to be playing D&D with us, Rick?
I guess I can. I have no idea. I've never played it before. Williams, JP says, will you have time travelers? Hell, Art Bell, all 50 states is better. But he went more than all 50 states because he was up here in Canada too. Well, for listening, anyways.
Who, George Norrie?
No, Art Bell with Coast to Coast.
Okay.
You could hear him up here in Canada.
Hey, John, what do you got for finished stories for Beyond the Gate? Has anybody completed their stories?
No. I mean, probably the only person that's even close is I have a final version of the story from Chester, and I've done 2 pages on it so far, but that's about it.
So what's Chester doing? Writing it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's writing a couple of stories in the book, actually. It's getting all revised by the artists, and it's kind of like this: like we're putting it out, and because it's a big old collaboration machine, as soon as somebody's finished with a set of anything, like thumbnails or story, it gets sent out to everybody, and everybody gives their notes on it.
Ah.
and then revise and over again. But yeah, so we're not very close to completion at all. But again, we still got a while before we even launch. But I think it's going to be crazy cool.
Yeah, for sure.
So you
Like I
guys are
said, the
going
cover looks
for
great.
New Year.
I'm sorry, both of you guys were talking at the same time. I didn't hear anything.
Oh, go ahead.
I was asking. I said you guys are shooting for after the New Year, then
Yeah, we're going to be launching February.
February. Okay.
Yeah. So everybody's just getting their stuff together right now and getting everything prepped. But I got to kind of get ahead of this because I want to get this cover finished, mocked up, and already done, so that I can shoot it out to get it colored. Then I want to put it up on. I know Pixel is going to be having a coming soon on Indigron, and I want to get it up on there. So I want to make this cover look like as cool as possible. He's gonna be like, there's gonna be a gate behind him that's gonna be cocked open. He's gonna be like welcoming you beyond the gate. There's gonna be a bunch of overgrown thorn bushes around it, maybe some eerie smog. And then I gotta get it over to somebody who does digital, maybe Todd or maybe Manny, or because I don't work digital at all, and get them to put the icons of our faces. And because we're doing like the old Tales from the Crypt, where it would have like featuring the Crypt Keeper or featuring the old witch or featuring the gatekeeper, you know? And they would have little round icons and it would have their character face in there. And we're doing that for all of our characters. Everybody that's contributing to the book is getting a little icon and it's going to be on the cover.
Is it an icon of your characters or is it an icon of yourselves?
It's an icon of yourselves.
Okay.
Like, for instance, this right here, this is going to be my icon on the book. The one that I'm presenting right now.
Yeah.
That's going to be my icon.
Okay.
So, and then I drew icons for everybody else except for John Malin and who else did I have? Oh, Todd Mulrooney drew his own because he didn't want me to draw him sleeping. Then we got to get Bill from Argos Creations. He's going to be in on it. I got to get his likeness so that I can do him a little icon. But again, if people are in on it and they want to do their own icons, by all means, you know.
Yeah.
I just needed to get those mocked up so I could get a little mock-up cover together for when I went on another show.
Have you been in contact with John and Ethan and see if they're still on board for doing their one-page story?
I've been in contact with Ethan, not with John. Ethan says he's still on board, and John is like he'll do it if Ethan does it. So,
cool.
But we're gonna try to get more people in on it, just solely for the fact that of the community that we're trying to build.
Okay.
And if we are able to get this community, like with Chester and Pixel and us, the gatekeepers, the Fanspeak guys, and possibly another faction together and get our presence known enough, it would actually take a lot of the weight off of the big guys, and they wouldn't have to be having to give the wink and the gun to every single book to try to get it funded. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what we're trying to do.
They can only do so much.
Yeah, so we're trying to kind of take the load off of them. So we're trying to market that as, well, since we are trying to help you guys in what you're doing, why don't you contribute to this so that way it can be more popular and be more successful in what it's attempting to do? Because I mean, it's just a matter of time. Like everybody knew that EVS was going to be a matter of time before he got burnt out and was like, I'm effing done with Comicsgate. You know what I mean? But it happened a lot faster than everybody thought it was going to happen. And he kind of took a break and got his second wind and he's kind of back. You know what I mean? But it's just a matter of time before these guys get burnt out real fast.
Yeah.
So we're trying to set up a community of creators and channels where people can advertise that can actually make a significant difference in the amount that they sell.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. It's definitely something that's smart because you want to start implementing that right now. Like you said, strike while the iron's hot. You know, you got all this attention and interest in the community is building up. Like I just basically I was familiar with it from a different angle or perspective, and then I kind of came in a little later. But yeah, it was cool to see the enthusiasm from people. You know, from not just pros, fans, and then people starting up. I mean, it inspired a lot of people. It was cool to see, like, one kid was like 16 years old and he was all 15 or 16. And he was all excited about wanting to do comics because of it, you know, the community.
That kid that was on the
being
Drawn and
built up.
Quartered?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
fan edition one. I think he came on. Yeah.
Fan edition, then pro edition.
That kid let me down.
Yeah. Oh, really?
I was so sure. He shows up with his baby face looking all clean, wearing a cowboy hat. You know, he's a good artist. He had all kinds of people behind him. I thought for sure he was going to take that pro edition. And nope.
But hey, I mean, who is it who won the which
It
fan
was
won the
somebody.
pro edition?
Somebody won the pro edition.
I think it was
who.
Mike that week. Mike or Malin
Mike or Malin what?
won the pro edition that week.
Oh, okay.
I can't be sure though.
No, it was
Remember
Mike.
who won. When I went on, I can't remember who won. I know Ethan was on that night, and his looked really sweet. Oh, I think it was John Malin won that one.
What were you drawing?
He's a Skeletor. I think John Malin won because he did this crazy digital.
Wasn't that Kanan? That was Kanan that won.
Was it Kanan?
Yeah.
Oh, he's the one that did the digital.
Matt, you were on the one where you drew Skeletor?
Yeah.
Do you... I don't suppose you have that picture handy that we could see it.
Yeah, here, let me grab it. Here, wait a second.
Okay, cool.
I'll just step away for a second here.
I missed that night, and I meant to go back and check it out, and I never did. So this is kind of cool. This is I get to see what I missed.
Or part of it, anyways. Eh?
Rick, are you doing anything for Beyond the Gate?
Yeah, I've got a story I'm working on. Got to go back and listen to John's stream this morning without any choppiness to hear him and Chester for some ideas. I've got some basic ideas, but refine them.
See, I got the Skeletor.
Skeletor.
Can you white box him, Rick? Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to make him look
cool,
like the
man.
action figure. Those pumped arms.
Yeah.
Well, that was
cool.
surprised. I think I voted for you that night. So.
Oh, thanks, man. Cool. You're one of the three. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, you know what? Those straw
I don't even know how many
polls,
votes I got.
when they post those straw polls, it's kind of flawed because it says that because everybody in the chat says I voted, and then when you look at the straw poll, it looks like nobody voted.
Yeah, there's a bunch of traitors that didn't actually vote.
Yeah, it could be, but I think they were sure that they could find something else other than a straw poll, some other poll that would be a little more accurate with the voting.
Or maybe from a different site or something like that.
Yeah, I know. The guy that won the fan edition, or when they had the fan edition, we had the poll, and I know that a bunch of people were supposed to vote for either Bill or Todd, and nobody did. Rick Piper.
I think I voted Brad. I forget who I voted for.
And then Manny and Tank didn't vote for either of them. We were like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, I think for the Skeletor one, I tied with Art Tiver, I think, which
Oh, that's
is
cool.
to me felt like that felt like winning right there, just tying with him. I was funny when I was doing this one. I was actually struggling with coming up with a concept, which is usually my problem. Like once I get the idea down what I want, man, I can zip through it. So the most of the draw to 2 hours, I was like penciling, erasing. Finally, I just said, I'm just gonna see what pops in my head, and then I just after I did a rough, I just went straight in ink because Mike Miller was just like, I don't know if you're gonna finish that, and I'm like, so I just start cranking out the brush and start dropping in black, and I actually touched up and finished up the rest of it later on, obviously, but most of it got finished. Just little details touched up here and there. But yeah, no, it was a fun experience.
I don't know. I
Drawing.
keep telling people how to win this thing, and nobody listens to me. And everybody wants to do their own thing, and everybody wants to be Mr. Nice Guy.
All right, I'll bite. How do you win this thing?
Yeah, me too.
You go, you find the people that are the better drawers in the group, and the people that are willing to chat back with you, and you talk shit.
You distract.
Hey, look at this! Look at this drawing! Look at this drawing right here. This drawing. Let me turn my camera back on. This is not a very good drawing. It's all wonky. The hand's incorrect. The perspective's off a little bit. But because I was able to go on there and talk the trash and make sure that my name was always in every. Caney was getting pissed. Malin was getting pissed. Miller was getting pissed because I kept poking at him. And they would come back with a little jab like, "Oh, John Diller, he's gaming the system. He brought his whole bunch of people from his work." And you got to give it right back, like immediately. You got to say, "Well, I'm sorry, I'm the only person that's bringing in new viewers that are actually sending super chats, Mr. Kane and White, Super SJW Kane and White." You know.
The so more you were doing a rope-a-dope technique.
Yeah, the whole time. And dude, like I know for a fact I got 25 people that I brought to vote for me specifically. But I won by 62 votes.
Oh, nice.
So even if those people hadn't
you're
showed
the one
up,
that won.
Yeah.
That's
like
awesome.
and I keep telling
you came
them,
up with a game plan and strategy.
You got to do it. Yeah, these guys are. People go up and they get starstruck because they're drawing next to Art T. Bear. I don't know these old farts.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
If I can ever get it, I won't get starstruck. I'll talk trash. I hope I will.
Yeah, you got to start trashing people that you like. You're like, it's like when you're the new guy, you're afraid to step on toes. You're like, but unless you're John Dillard,
it's the same thing. Combat boots. It's the same thing I did. No, it's the same thing I did to get on the fan edition because I didn't know any Pixel. I didn't know Pixel. I didn't know Chester at the time. I didn't know Rick. I didn't know anybody. I just watched the Pro edition. And I heard somebody say Pixel Trader's having a fan edition. So I went on there and I was like, well, how are you going to have a fan edition without the #1 Comicsgate fan artist, John Diller? It's going to be a sham. And they were like, well, I guess you can get on if you can get on, So I got on there. And I talked trash to everybody, Rick too. Talking trash to Rick, talking trash to all those people.
I don't remember that. Sometimes I get too focused on the drawing to talk the trash.
Yeah, you have to be listening the entire time, but make sure every now and then put the cap back on your pants, sit back for a little bit, and wait for your opening, and shoot a jab in there.
Yeah. Sometimes it's I notice on the fan edition it's hard to do it because nobody's really talking or whatever. It's hard to give a jab when nobody's saying anything. Give a jab at. That's why I end up jabbing Booster more times.
That's solid gold, dude. It's solid gold. You're on there and no one is speaking. That's gold. You got to take advantage of that. When you go on the Pro Edition, they're talking the whole entire time. You have to interrupt and you got to step on toes.
Oh, yeah.
When you're on the Fan Edition, there's nobody talking. You can talk all you want.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, man. That's the thing is like when you're drawing, you have to master the ability to draw and talk at the same time. That's one thing for me is like when I'm drawing, I'm like, I just like zone out, and then I'll listen because I'm used to listening to watch a movie or listen to music. But yeah, I zone out, and then I'm like, you know what, I gotta start. Yeah, it's actually for me, it's actually training to come on these live streams and talk because I'm not used to it. I like being incognito, being behind the scene, not being heard or seen. But it's like you have to be seen to get your work seen.
Yeah, I mean, we
You
all
know,
do. I'd
you have
love
to
to
be
not
out there.
talk and just sit there, you know? I mean, I'm an artist. That's what I do.
Yeah.
I sit down and I draw and I don't speak to nobody. But you have to
Yeah.
wait for those. And the thing is, if you watch the Pro Edition that I was on, like I would throw in a jab maybe once every 5-10 minutes. And then that was it. And I would start to work on my drawing again. But once it got to the point where it was pretty much time was over, like, you couldn't shut me up. I was just talking the whole time. And I was
You know, they like
remembering,
that, though, too, those guys.
things like what's her name? What's that girl's name that's on there all the time?
Oh, I'm not
Wendy?
sure.
That girl that draws all
Mindy?
crazy, Mindy Wheeler. Yeah, like she had said something,
yeah.
and I thought of a sick burn, so I wrote it down on the side of my paper and saved it for later.
You'll save that for later.
Yeah, and I know she said, "Oh, you can't really see all the little detail on this," and I was like, "Oh, I got something for that." And I wrote it down on the side of my paper, and then later on, when she was like, I was like, "Let me see that detail you were talking about," and I was like, "Oh yeah, that's really good. You could do like painting on nails at the salon." And everybody's like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, I remember. It's funny. I remember Mike was complaining during the drawn and quartered Skeletor one. He was, I think it was round 7. He was complaining that nobody was trash talking. He's like, "What's going on? Where's the trash talking?" So yeah, I think they kind of value the trash talking.
It is. It's fun, but the thing is, Malin's the only one that does it, and that gets tiring carrying the entire show by yourself. You know.
Yeah, you need some back and forth, right?
Yeah, you gotta tell Malin that he's.
I think I watched yours. It was Starfire, that one that you were drawing, right? Was it round 5 or something, or 6?
That was the
Round
first round.
3.
Was it?
Yeah, it was the first time they had a fan on. Because the thing was, that wasn't a prize when they started. But what happened was, I was like, well, I'm gonna make it a prize, right? So what I did was I started hounding Mike's chat, the Aloha Hour. And I started throwing in super chats talking about, "Oh, you guys are scared. You don't want to have the fan on. I'm going to embarrass you in front of your family." You know? And so after about 3 days of that and spending about $25 in super chats, finally Malin was like, "Well, if you think you've got it, then why don't you show up and show us then, you know?" And then after that, it became a trend. Like, oh, when you win the fan edition, you go to the pros.
Yeah, well, it was shortly after that after you got it, for sure, me and Pixel were talking behind the scenes, and I suggested about making it, a prize. Talking to Mike about making it a prize for the fan winner, because I had mentioned to Mike after you got on, maybe the week after or something like that, or a week before, or with you getting on, saying about me wanting to get on, and he said, "Well, if you win the fan edition."
Yeah.
So then I talked to Pixel and said, "Hey, can we get this to be a permanent thing?"
Yeah, but Pixel don't have
So
no
is he the
control
one
over
that started it?
Yeah, the fan
Who
edition
started the fan edition?
It's owned by Pixel. Yeah, he started it, but it's run by Chester Busby, and it's hosted by Chester Busby and Booster.
Well, I think what they wanted to do was get a different host every time, but it doesn't fit with everybody's schedule. So Chester ended up hosting it quite a few times. But I think what they want is the way for everybody's channel to grow is for everybody to host it, and that way you get new viewers on your own channel if it was your turn to host it, which is actually a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
In some ways, how that started too was because the second week for the fan edition, Pixel wasn't able to do it, so I said, "Hey, we'll have it. Let's put it on my channel to keep the momentum going."
That's where I first saw it.
I'm like, "I'll host it this week. I'll do it."
That's the thing. You gotta kind of go out there and make the opportunities because they're not out there. You got to make them happen.
Yeah.
That's true.
It doesn't fit with my schedule, so I haven't been able to attend. The only one that I was able to attend, I lost internet as soon as we launched, and I haven't been able to make up the time. So now I got to. I'm looking into changing my schedule a little bit to see if I can get a different night free to do it.
That's the thing that I want to do is I want to go back, but the thing is I work right on those hours. Like even for the fan edition, I have to call off work completely because it was on so late. It was on it like right after the drawing quarter, so it was on like at 11. So I was like, oh geez. So I had to call off work completely, and then when I won and I went to the pro edition, I had to call in late for work. But I want to have to do that again because I want to get this gatekeepers thing, this ball rolling, this Tales from Beyond the Gate. So I want to try to go back on the fan edition, and I got my own plans on how I'm going to get people to vote for me because people think I'm a jerk now. And they don't want to vote for me.
Yeah. But I know there was like a time that it was on a Thursday night, and then I planned to clear my next Thursday night schedule, and then I think the Pro Edition went on a Thursday night, which means the Fan Edition had to change it to a Monday night, and it just doesn't suit my schedule to attend them yet.
Yeah, it's kind of a game for somebody that actually doesn't have a schedule. But I'll figure out a way to make it work.
Hey guys, it's good talking to you. I'm gonna have to take off right now.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to take
But
off too. I think Rick wants to color quits as well. So
Yeah, it's almost 2:30. Been on here for 2.5 hours. So John probably wants to get some sleep.
I don't ever sleep. No, but yeah, Matt, if you wanted to come on my channel, just if you wanted to come on, just pop in the chat and let me know, and I'll send you a link anytime. Or if you wanted to schedule an actual like an interview so you can talk about your book, we can do that also. But I go on at 6 o'clock. Every day, every weekday, Monday to Friday.
And that's
6 a.m.
And you're in California, right?
6 o'clock a.m.
Oh, 6 a.m.
Yeah.
And you're California.
Yes.
Okay. 6 a.m.
And then if you want to do something on the weekend, I don't really do anything on the weekend, so I kind of just pop around to different channels. But if you wanted to do something on a Friday or a Saturday, that'd be fine. Any time of the day, Friday or Saturday.
All right, nice. All right, man. Thanks, man.
Okay, so
Good
everybody,
talking to you guys.
if you've yet to, go subscribe to Matt Kosen. There is a link to his channel in the chat now. Thank you for being on. John, Matt, William. I haven't got your link to your stream yet, William. I'll get. You have a channel, right, William?
Yeah, I do. Once in a while, I host a show called The Art of, where I take an art book off my shelf because I've got quite a collection of art books, and we'll flip through. We'll find a specific artist to follow for a whole show, and we'll take the book off the shelf and we'll flip through the pages and get inspired and have a conversation. So, but I don't post as often as I'd like to, so I'm not sure if anybody's up for that or not. And I haven't posted any art videos yet, so, but I will. I'm slowly building up my channel as well.
Okay, and Matt, tell them where they can find you.
Yeah, you can find me obviously on YouTube under Matt Cosson. Also, the same thing with Instagram and Twitter. And I'm kind of the same boat with William. I had this YouTube channel for a while, but I'm starting to actually add videos onto it. So so far I've had one up, I think, every week, but I'm going to try to do it every day or every other day at least. But yeah, just check out Instagram. I post on that regularly. I'm on Facebook as well.
And John, you want to tell them
and check out.
Go ahead, Matt.
Check out. I better pitch for James too, and pitch the agenda on Indiegogo, and just check that out. Back us if you haven't got a chance and get your hands on the book. And yeah, thanks a lot.
Okay, John, you want to feel for yourself there?
Sure. Go and check out Agenda on Indiecron. Yeah. But you can find me, John Dillard, and I'm gaming the system daily, every morning at 6 o'clock a.m. for you early birds in California. And we talk about comic books, and we draw live, and we hang out, and it's a great time. So come and join and hang out and subscribe to John Dillard Gaming the System. Thank you very much.
Cool.
And of course, everybody can find me here, YouTube, pretty much daily, Monday through Saturday. Also, check me out on not Indiegogo. Oh, jeez. Instagram. Twitter, Facebook under Cross Comics. I'm on DeviantArt as the Real Cross Comics. And check out John and mine's Patreon. There is a link in the description for all that. Also, check out my website, crosscomics.ca. There's a link to all this in the description. And I'll have links to other things in the description later on that aren't in there that should be, like Matt's stuff. So later, everybody. Bye for now.
Bye.
God bless.